Hi, welcome back. Now today we're going to look at a concept called trading solos. So trading solos is basically a technique that's used in jazz and other sorts of improvised music, where the musicians in a group basically take turns soloing over a set form or a set number of bars. So a really classic way to do it is to trade fours, which essentially means to trade 4 bars each. So the usual situation is that most people have taken a solo, and instead of an outright drum solo, a musician in a band might call fours. So what that basically means, the rhythm section will be playing time while one person solos for 4 bars, whether it be a piano or saxophone player. The next 4 bars is a drum solo. So they continue to hold the form of the tune while the drummer takes 4 bars of pure drum solo on his own. After the drum solo, someone else takes a 4-bar solo while the rhythm section kicks back in again. So it sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple. Basically the drummer's got the most work to do because the drummer's either playing time or soloing, then going back into time again, then soloing. And just because of the fact that you're throwing ideas at each other, it's a really great and a really fun way to solo. It's a really good way to begin soloing, I find too, because the solo forms, the solo length is actually quite short, and therefore you don't have to worry about creating hours and hours of ideas. So the exercise we're going to do to practice this is to simulate the situation without a band. We're just going to play 4 bars of swing time, then 4 bars of solo, 4 bars of time again, and 4 bars of solo. And you can just repeat that process. I'll play it just a few times to give you the general idea. So I'll play one nice and slow, and then we'll play a quick one later. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get the general idea. Simply playing 4 bars of swing time to support the soloist that would be soloing over the top, and then breaking down into 4 bars of pure drum solo. So just sticking to fairly basic ideas for now. It's really about the skill of changing between time and solo comfortably. And you may have noticed one thing that I like to do is actually keep the pedal hi-hat part going, so on the 2 and the 4. And that's not only to help me keep the beat and keep the time going, but other musicians in the band, when they listen to a jazz drummer, they know to listen generally for the 2 and 4 on the pedal hi-hat. So you can really get creative and even complicated if you wanted to with your soloing ideas. If you hold that 2 and 4 there, it's a good way of communicating to everyone else exactly where you are in the time. So let's try up a little. I'll bring the tempo up. Same sort of idea. Swing time, 4 bars on, 4 bars off. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's take the tempo up again now, but instead of just trading 4s, we're actually going to raise the stakes a bit and actually trade 8 bars of time. Now because we're at a quicker tempo, that 8 bars of time won't actually seem that long, but it is very important that you keep counting not only while you're playing behind the imaginary soloist, but while you're actually soloing as well, to make sure you're only playing 8 bars of time. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's move on to a 12-bar form now. Now, of course, the 12-bar blues is a very popular form traditionally used in jazz. And so what a drummer might do in this case, or what the band might do, is actually trade a whole 12-bar form of solo. So saxophone player plays for 12 bars, band cuts out, and drummer plays for the entire 12-bar form. It's a bit more tricky, because you feel, if you've started to feel groups of 4 bars, as in a lot of our exercises, 12 bars might seem a bit alien. But hang in there, and I'm sure the way I do it is actually group it into 3 groups of 4 bars. So I listen for 4 bars, and then I move on to the next 4 bars. And I tend to phrase my solos around those 4-bar groupings. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I hope you have fun practicing these solo trading ideas. If you do get an opportunity to play in a band or even just a jam session with some other musicians, bring up this idea, see if people like trading solos, see if they like the general idea. You'll find that before not long you'll be trading ideas with each other, so you'll be listening for other ideas that are happening within the band and trying to make them work on the drum set. That's one of my favorite ways to actually create ideas, is to take inspiration from things that are happening in the band. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.